Hey guys, Bird Yugioh here, coming at you with another deck profile. This time, as evident here, I'm playing Burning Abyss. This is more like a pure Burning Abyss, none of like the PK Fire or anything like that. This is one of the more versatile decks as far as cards you can play in it. You can play different engines in it. Like I said, you can play the Phantom Knights. I chose to go pure. I'll explain kind of the reasons I did that, and I have a side deck as well. But yeah, to start off with, playing the best Burning Abyss basically in the deck is going to be Farfa. I always want him at least one in the deck that I can send off of Beatrice, basically. And I do also have some cards that discard. So discarding him, and getting his effect off is pretty good too on your turn. 3 Scarm, getting that search during the end phase, like a tour guide or a Farfa, whatever you want to do. Really, really good. 2 Alec, that's one of the ones I kind of bumped up. I feel just, obviously negating the effects of a face-up monster. It's just till the end of the turn, but it is pretty good. 2 Libic, because he's going to be special summoning 1 level 3 Dark Fiend from your hand and it negates its effects. So if you need to somehow, I don't know, say you have a non-Burning Abyss card on the board and you need to work around that, he's a way you can do that. 1 Graph, amazing card, specials from the deck if he's sent to the graveyard. Sir, he's going to be special summoning from the graveyard, so these two just combo off amazing. I play 1 Barbar. Good for burn damage, and he's the highest attack power one, so he's always good. To summon if you're trying to push for game. Calcab doesn't come up as often as you think it would, but you can just target 1 set spell and trap on the field and return to the hand if he's sent to the grave. And then I decided to play 1 Rubik. Virgil's pretty good. He's got high defense. So yeah, he's basically just there to make Virgil, just an option there. And then Fiendish Rhino Warrior, played at 3 of course, amazing card, basically. So he's not a Burning Abyss, but you normal summon him, and Fiend type monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So you have him and any other Burning Abyss, they can't be destroyed by their own effect, because any Burning Abyss, if you control a card that's not a Burning Abyss, they just blow up and go to the grave. So he says, and then also, if he's sent to the graveyard, you can send 1 Fiend-type monster from your deck to the grave. So if he's sent to the grave, you send any other Burning Abyss, that's going to help you out to the grave as well. So he thins out your deck as well. One of the best normal summons in the deck is Tour Guide. Normal summon, you just special summon any Burning Abyss, basically. And then why I chose this deck over any other deck, as far as like just a good meta call deck, I think this deck would do very well against the meta. And through playtesting, it does do very well against the meta. Play hand traps like crazy, so we can play 3 Ash, 3 Effect Veiler, and I chose 2 Ghost Ogre. Effect Veiler and Ash Blossom, they're always going to be good. Ghost Ogre is good in most matchups, but I have a side deck card that I usually swap out for this one if this card isn't good in the matchup. But that is it for the monsters. All super important, except for maybe Rubik. Rubik is definitely one you can take out. So now for the spell lineup, kind of heavy there. This is obviously not a Sekka's Light build. I chose to go 3 Pot of Desires, 3 Allure of Darkness, 1 Upstart Goblin. I wanted a lot of draw power to get to some of these power cards, hand traps and whatnot that'll just destroy the meta. Because basically there's a combo you can do. I'll show you once I get to the extra deck, where if you just have Fiendish Rhino Warrior and any other Burning Abyss other than Graph and Sir, you can go into Beatrice with just those 2 cards. So drawing other cards is just very helpful. Obviously you want to be careful with Pot of Desires. You'd like to combo off before you activate Pot of Desires, because you have the potential of banishing, the Graph or the Sir. But it's a chance I'm willing to take, and I felt it works pretty well. Drawing cards is always good. And then 1 Foolish Burial. For obvious reasons, you just send anything you want. Then 1 Monster Reborn. Summon back. Heck, even like a Dante, you can summon back. So Monster Reborn is very good. And then the reason I feel, other than the hand traps, that this deck is very, very good against the meta, we play 3 Twin Twisters, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, and 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. They all kind of work really good together. If you're going first, you set the Anti-Spell, set Twin, and then on your opponent's turn, flip this, and then you're going to be activating Twin Twisters and destroying anything that they set. So it's very good. Anti-Spell is good against everything. Pendulum's running around, Thunder Dragon, all kinds of stuff that plays a lot of spells. This, or like I said, Pendulums as well, kills them. So they can't really do anything. So that's the main deck. I think it's 45. Doesn't really matter too much because we were playing a lot of draw cards. So being over that 40, especially with the 3 Pot of Desires, is not a big deal at all. And you're milling a lot with this deck. So extra deck. Play 2 Dante, of course. I used to always play 3. I felt 3 was necessary. Now I never go into it more than twice. So that third one I'm never missing. Amazing card, gets your whole engine going. 1 Beatrice, absolutely amazing. You're gonna basically during either player's turn send detach 1 and then send 1 card from your deck to your graveyard. And then if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Burning Abyss monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. It's normally going to be Dante Pilgrim, because he's just a bigger body. He has 2800 attack, and then also he's some draw power. Once per turn, you can send 1 Burning Abyss from your hand, and then draw a card. So sometimes even Disruption too, if you have like a Farfa, discard it, and then draw 1, and then you're going to banish a card your opponent controls to the end phase. 1 Virgil. Again, you can also special summon this off of Beatrice if you so desire. But we play Rubik, so going into him. And then I decided to play Phantom Knights of Break Sword. It doesn't come up too much. It's just a way of getting rid of problem back row or like a floodgate that's just stopping you. So I put it in there. These 2 along with Rubik you can kind of switch them out for whatever you guys choose to play. Card that you definitely have to play, Cherubini. I only played at 1. You don't go into it as much as you think, because the Dante Beatrice is too amazing most of the time that you choose to kind of go into them over Cherubini sometimes, but Cherubini is definitely awesome. You're going to send any level 3 monster from your deck to the graveyard, and then you target 1 Burning Abyss card, which is usually going to be him, and it gains attack and defense equal to that. Play 1 Underclock Taker. This is for that 2-card combo I was telling you guys about. I can just show you it really quick. So basically you just open up Fiendish Rhino and any other Burning Abyss card, as long as it's not Sir or Graph. And so you just normal summon Fiendish Rhino, special summon the Calcab, go into Dante detach. Doesn't really matter too much what you mill, so I'm not going to mill off of him. But then the Fiendish Rhino effect will send another card, and you will want to send Graph, and then Graph effect will special summon Sir, and then you'll take these 2 and go into your Underclock Taker, and then you'll have a couple chain links going off. You'll have Sir chainlink 1 and Dante chainlink 2. So you can add, Graph Pack to hand, and then Sir will then special summon Dante. And then since you now have that card in hand, you just discard it and go into Beatrice. So off of just 2 cards, Underclock Taker makes it possible to just easily, get a Beatrice on board. So that's why Underclock Taker's there. Also for going second, just getting some more attack power is pretty good. And we also play just some generic Link stuff because they're so easy to go into. Phoenix, Cerberus, Unicorn, and then some of the Link 4s. We got Topologic Bomber and Borreload. Again, all these are so easy to go into. Why not play them? This deck back in the day was more of a rank 3 XYZ toolbox. Now you can go into some very powerful Link monsters. And the last 2 cards, kind of spicy. I'll show you the side deck like I said. We got 2 Super Poly targets, Starving Venom Fusion, and then Dragostapelia. Against Thunder Dragon or Prank Kids or, any other fusion-based deck. That guy's good against, and then most other, dark decks, or heck, even this deck plays a lot of dark. So if you just want a big body on board, sometimes you can just go into him. But yeah, Super Poly, I think is. I didn't main it, but I think in the side it's really good. So for the side, 2 DD Crow. This is the one I was talking about for Ghost Ogre, because Ghost Ogre's not good in all matchups. So most of the time, if this isn't good, I'm siding this out for DD Crow, or Lancia. That's going to hit, these cards hit most of the meta, including the hand traps I already play. You're pretty good with the hand traps. A card you'll find you always side in, so potentially even main this. Paleozoic Deinonymiscus. You're just going to target 1 card on the field, discard 1 card, and if you do, banish the target. So gets rid of problem monsters, problem back row, and also, like I said, discard as well. So really, really good. Going second, Interrupt Kaiju Slumber along with 4 Kaijus. Really, really good to play in this deck. Going second, because going second otherwise you're kind of just at the mercy of whatever your opponent has on the board and hope that they don't, mess too much with you. So Kaijus come up really good. And then last 3, Super Poly. Really, really good this meta. I don't think it's going to last too much longer at 3. So play it while you can. Play it in most of your side decks if possible. But yeah, that's the deck, guys. Like I said at the beginning, I feel this is just a really, really good meta call deck because of all the stuff it can do and the interruptions it can get, plus all the spells and traps that it plays. It just wreck the meta. So, at larger tournaments, I see this deck doing very good. And it's Burning Abyss, resilient. You have a lot of ways you can build it. I'll be posting some more videos of Burning Abyss just to showcase you guys some other stuff you can do with it, because it's so versatile. You don't even have to play kind of the 9 tech cards that I play, the Twin Twisters, Cosmic Cyclone. You can play anything. Like I said, Phantom Knights. I might do a deck profile for that here coming up soon. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe, guys, if you like what you see. I'll keep posting awesome content. We'll catch you guys in the next one.